Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Civ City Rome. I'm your host, Kelvin, and last time we sort of went over how things go peacefully. This time, we're going to be doing something different.
The Empire is in decline, and a new city worthy of the name Capital must be built at Constantinople to rule the Eastern Empire. It will need strong walls if it is to withstand the German tribes that this very year have left Rome in flames.
So that's our objective, is to construct the city of Constantinople. The win conditions include having a civilization rating of 80 and attaining a population of 8,000. We don't technically have to fight the German tribes, but I will be.
Hail, Governor. Where shall we site our new town centre?
Everything much easier if you do it that way. Okay. So, this is the exit point. We are going to need to probably create a wall going pretty much across it all if we want to survive this, but for the moment, I don't think we immediately have to worry about that. At least I hope we don't. Places to site a town center. I don't want to do it too far from the lumber. Yeah, you know what? Here will be alright.
Governor, immigrants are arriving in the city.
Wood camping. Okay. Let's get some of those up. So I did pick easy mode for this. And that's not because I am...
City happiness is rising.
That's good. Not because I'm going to be making it easy. Easy mode doesn't actually affect the
we need
military
clear
strength
land to site this structure.
Of the enemies I'll be facing or anything. The only thing it really affects in particular is the number of fires and riots and stuff like that. Which, at the current moment, we aren't going over that, so I figure it's better to try and focus on the combat. Now, real quickly, I'm trying to get set up here. Wow, is there nowhere along this coast that I can put a fucking...
City happiness is falling.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because we don't have any food. There we go. And also, we need a small boat yard. I'm sure the guy will come up and tell you guys everything you need to know about a boat yard. Oh, wow, no. Okay, so, recap. A boat yard builds boats. Since this is a small boat yard, it will build smaller boats. Small boats are used by fishing jetties to go out and fish. It's a bit of a team effort, and it's far more productive than goat farms. As well as still being a renewable source of food and all that. City happiness is getting pretty average here. Yep, diagonal roads. What is this, 2006 game? SimCity 2013? Yeah, big accomplishment. Diagonal roads. Eesh. Kind of late to the party on that one, I'm afraid. Alright, so we need to start getting our people housed. Their happiness isn't particularly affected by whether or not they're getting their goods in terms of upgrading. But it is good to keep in mind that,
City happiness is rising.
Good. It would, however, be wise to keep in mind of the fact that, you get more money as the houses upgrade. So, rather than it being all about... You know, I haven't even started researching
Hail,
stuff.
Governor.
I've completely forgotten about that.
What would you like to research next?
Okay, what are we gonna go for? I really want to go for banking first, or leadworking. Both are pretty useful. As you know, as good as further education is, yeah, you know what, we'll go for that first.
Research
Just
started.
to make life a little easier down the line. So one of our objectives actually involves attaining a certain civilization rating that I've talked about before in the last episode. So we need to try and get this number here up to 80. It's currently at 5 because we have decent road usage. That's really all we've got going for us. The Grand Fountain won't even fit there. Oh, yeah, we can fit some fountains in here. Now, that fountain doesn't have any water access, but we'll fix that in time, I promise. And a nice little flower bed, maybe?
The alphabet has been researched.
So what that's going to do, actually, is improve the city civilization rating significantly. Whole up to 9 now, because we now have statues and a little bit of gardens. So that's a good start. Okay, so we've got our first couple boats here that are now going collecting fish. So that means it's time to build a couple fishmongers. They're basically the equivalent of butchers, but for fish. Alright, we got a decent number of things going here. Alright, so that's going pretty well. Now we need to start working on that military thing immediately. Now we have a slight problem. There is
Basic
absolutely
education
no
has been
iron
researched.
here. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Which iron tends to be pretty useful. Is this a land-based trade route or not? No, shoot. Of course, it's a naval-based trade route. Why would that ever be so easy? Okay. In that case, I guess we're going to have to do this, javelin style. Or javelin, whatever. Javelin, whatever you want to say. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a tricky thing to work with. We're only going to have ranged units, which is going to put us,
Further education has been
which is
researched.
going to make walls the most important thing ever made. Alright, so we'll get to work soon. Alright, so now we have a fort, which will give us 3 military commanders. We need javelin makers to make weapons for the rest. Alright. So,
Hail,
further
Governor.
education's done.
What would you like to research next?
Let's see. Is there anything? I mean, there's charcoal.
Research started.
No. Weapon. That improved. I didn't mean to actually start researching that. But where is it? Yeah. Tool making, mining, iron output up, weapon workshops output is doubled. So that can be pretty useful. But I think I'm still going to go for where is it? Leadworking.
The current research must be cancelled first.
Yeah.
Research
Leadworking.
started.
Even though we both started tool making and all that, it doesn't matter. Like I said though, leadworking is huge. Actually, probably one cistern might be enough around here for the city as is, but so for the moment, I'm more focused on security. Okay, so I need to. There we go. I'm now
Tool
changing
making has been researched.
all the cohorts to Velite, I believe they are. Velite, sorry. Oops. So these cohorts, they're basically my commanders of the army. As these javelin makers make javelins, they will eventually start delivering them to the warehouse here by using the wood available to them, which will allow us to start training people. Yeah, you can see send Legion out of the city, return Legion to its fort. So yeah, we're going to call them back into the fort. For the moment, we've got a nice small
Mining
settlement.
has been researched.
I'm sure the
Governor,
barbarians
enemies have been sighted in the Empire.
will be coming very
They are heading
shortly.
towards our city.
Very shortly indeed. Oh dear. Okay, so infrastructure. We're gonna wanna get one of these and a cistern. Can I not fit one here? You kidding me? God damn it. Alright. Well, more importantly, right now, security walls. I'm actually going to slow the game down because they are going to be approaching pretty quick here. Okay, yeah, a small army is heading towards the city. It's not a particularly large army, but as it currently stands, we barely have any men, so I'm probably waiting a little too long to start building the military. We'll have to see. Either way, some hella nice big walls here to
Bronze working has been researched.
Sea to Shining Sea. That should help cover us. Security. We need a stone tower that will allow my men up onto the wall. So, how long until they arrive? Still a little ways out. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to let them come at us. Not much we can do. For the moment. I'm just gonna have to hope we can build up enough men really quick. We have the advantage of being on a wall, so there is that. Like that is a pretty good advantage. Alright. Let's get ready for combat. They're coming. Alright, I'm going to call my men up onto the wall now.
Lead working has been researched. Governor, enemies have arrived at our city.
Wow, that's a pretty pathetic.
We have defeated the enemy.
Maybe easy does make this easier. Make their army sizes smaller. Because I remember that being significantly larger last time. It was a while ago, sure, but it was significantly, what do you call it?
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research
Alright,
next?
so we do have lead working now, which is pretty good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay.
Research started.
Next, because we have a pretty, heavy, we are pretty thin, per se, on the whole taxation thing. Okay, enough with the combat music. Come on. Goddamn. Alright, so I'm probably gonna, I'm just gonna delete this. And I'm gonna drop the cistern. Since we have lead working, it affects the entire city, no matter what the range. Wow, it doesn't actually affect the entire map. It slightly chips out at the edge there. That's hilarious. I didn't know that. Alright, so yeah, people are getting pretty decent access to all that. We have a ton of meat in the warehouse now. So, what we're going to do is drop the wages, up the rations, and up the work time. They will have to work more, but there'll be more food and they'll be paid less. So, yeah, people are quickly upgrading all around. That's great.
Mathematics has been researched.
8,000 people, so we're gonna need to start getting to work with that. We also need a civilization rating that's a lot larger than what we currently have. There are many ways to get civilization. One of the ways I like is entertainment. So what we could do is build like a large amphitheater. But I think for now we're gonna do is focus on flax. We are going to need to, sort of get prepped up here, because I want to start campaigning to take out the Germans soon. We have a whole, you know what, that's probably way too many. Probably only need 2 at most, if that, honestly. So we'll, drop some houses here.
Coinage has been researched.
Be, good for the dudes here. Alright, there we go. Alright. Simple tunic shops will be more than enough. Couple of them. And we'll put some housing along back here. How many unhoused citizens do we have? Okay, absolutely none. Good. Vagrants are people who are just looking for a job. They're sitting at the town center right now. I'm not too worried about them. There'll pretty much normally be about 1,000 vagrants. Alright, so yeah, a lot of people have gotten access to that, so I'm more interested in trying to get them access to clothing now. I also want international trade to start flowing soon. So what I'm going to do is infrastructure, no, it's services. A large boatyard. We need a large boatyard in order to build trade ships. And likewise, we need a trade dock for them. Just finding a place for one is never that easy. Alright, there we are. Problem is they need access to a warehouse in order to, what do you call it? Oh shit, no, cancel. In order to get wood and stuff and a whole pile of other stuff. So I need to draw a bit of a highway over there.
Banking has been researched.
Very glad to hear that. That's going to really help our tax
Hail,
income.
Governor. What would you like to research next?
Things. Water needs... Well, that doesn't really matter for us, so... What I'm going to do is... Yeah, you know what? Musical education would be good. Yeah. I'm gonna go with musical education and aesthetics, and I'm gonna start researching stuff that's gonna improve the
Rumors that a
rate.
section of the Praetorian Guard are about to stage a coup are widespread.
Oh dear, that's another one of those random events. Rumors of Praetorian Guard coup. Which, sure, 1419 AD. Why the fuck not? It doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't have to. This is Civ City, Rome. Yeah, so he's going to go gather wood. He's got a pile of it. And now he has a bit of a road, at least, so. Alright, so how's our fort filling out here? Our fort's pretty well filled out, actually. I doubt this is going to go very well, but the first thing I need to do is build a gatehouse. Gatehouses are weak points in the walls. I don't like them, but if we're going to leave and actually try and fight, they are pretty necessary. We'll have to hopefully be able to
Musical education has been researched. Governor, enemies have been sighted in the Empire.
Well, we were
they are
going
heading
to head
towards our city.
We were going to head out. A small army, yeah. Oh, 2 small armies are coming. Yeah, everyone to the friggin' walls. Yep. We got a whole pile of men with spears, and we are ready to
Hail,
throw.
Governor. What would you like to research next?
Engineering. Yeah, you know what? Let's now go. I want to get engineering so the roads work quicker, and the wheel.
Research started.
Quickly grab that stuff. Yeah, people are starting to upgrade
Looks like they're working on a new trade ship.
And we need olive oil. Okay. I'm working pretty quick here. A lot quicker than I was last time, but yeah.
Once olives have been grown here, we will need to construct an olive press to provide the oil our households need.
An advantage of olives is that they can also be used for food, so I don't need to worry too much about having too many. Alright, olives. I think the next thing people need is beds. Yeah, I believe it's beds. So a carpenter's workshop will be a very valuable
If wood is
thing.
available, this carpenter will create beds and sell them directly to our citizens.
Yep. So that'll help way. Did anyone else see what I think I just saw? Was there like a dude like...
Engineering
Go back
has
and pause
been
the video.
researched.
It was totally like a dude here who was just like rowing. And, like, pause and go back and check that. And just say. And now the roads look much nicer too, which is really cool. Good, I think that ship's almost done. Because oh, here come the enemies. To the walls,
Governor,
my men.
enemies have arrived at our city.
Yeah, that's nothing. Yes, let's
We have
open
defeated the enemy.
That's a genius idea. Let's open the gate. So once they're done, what we're going to do is 3,600 population. Small garrison. I think we can probably beat that without melee men.
Governor,
But-
enemies have arrived at our city.
Here they come. Yeah, this is a slightly larger army. Not particularly massive or anything, but
The wheel has been
they're...
researched.
Yeah, they'll go for the gates and stuff. A bit. I don't know if they can actually... Okay, yeah, they're trying to shoot them then instead. Along the wall, men. City. Fire at will. Alright.
We have defeated the enemy.
Indeed we have. So now it's time to go campaigning. We are sending the Legion out of the city. Once they're on the world map, I can command them. Yep, there we are. Yeah, 3 Centurion and 72 Veletary. They will be heading to that city. I'm hoping it will be okay. And here's the button to simply return them to the city. So,
Governor,
they'll be alright.
there's no more granary space in the city, and some of our citizens can...
Alright, if there's no more granary space, we increase rations.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research
Okay,
next?
yeah. Let's see. Things we could probably use right now.
Research
Aesthetics,
started.
for boost to civil services to help improve our civilization rating. That's alright. We have stone somewhere, right? Not on this side of the river, do we? Damn. Holding stone over here is gonna be hard. Really hard, actually. Might be better just to build something on this side. And I was thinking about building a wonder, which we'll probably have to do to get a civilization rating up to 80, but you know, just a thought. Anyway, so we've fought our first couple battles, and once they've reached the opposing camp there, I think I'll end this episode. It's been longer than I originally anticipated, but yeah, we're starting to get involvement and stuff in the streets. So we need to start getting street cleaners. They're under infrastructure. No, somewhere around here. Services maybe. Here we go, street cleaners. They help with the beautification of the city and raise the civilization rating, so they're pretty important. Don't neglect them. And remember, civilization also makes your people happy. Currently, my civilization is having a -1 effect on a 1 effect on happiness. Sorry, I thought that was a -1. So, you know, you can get like a -5 penalty for your civilization, and it can be a little rough. We got some. All right, so now the only thing they particularly need now for the next upgrade is access to religion.
And
Due to our
aesthetics have
scenario,
been
a
researched.
Temple of Mars would be most prudent, I believe. So let us acquire one. Gigantic ass temple. There are smaller temples, don't worry. But part of the thing is I'm aiming for to increase my religious civilization rating, which a temple does hugely. Temples to Mars. So, yeah, they'll eventually get a chance to go and access the temple. Once they do, they can upgrade to the next size. At which point, oh, there we go. Medium hovel. They need bread and entertainment. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to place the amphitheater over here. It's going to be a large one. We need to, like I said, entertainment is another portion of civilization. Yes. You can't do it over trees. We'll have to wait for them to cut all those trees down if we want to put it there. Not really much else where we can put it, where it'd be close to good areas. I guess behind the temple. Yeah, it's a tough thing to fit in a large amphitheater.
The new arena will be able to host mighty spectacles once we have built some gladiator schools or animal trainers to provide combatants for the ring.
And, yeah, that's pretty much what he said. There are various gladiator schools, Thracian, Murmillos, and Rhetorides. There's a trainer skilled with a net and a spear, heavily armored than most, with a large shield. Basically, we probably want to get as many as we can, but, you know, Murmillos is what I meant to say. some
Governor,
reason,
building multiple types of gladiator schools will increase the variety of shows on offer at the arenas, and so improve our city's status.
Pretty much. And what more do you need to know than that? And Thracians. Alright, there we go. So we have various gladiator schools. Let's also get some things like elephant holding stations.
Governor, building different kinds of animal trainers will improve our city's status in the eyes of the citizens by offering them more exciting shows.
Pretty much. What more do you need to know? This guy does a decent job of teaching stuff for me. I like him. What types do I not have now?
Governor, enemies have been sighted in the Empire. They are heading to...
Retreat to the city, men. Oh, dear. Yeah, alright, so they got left out there. We did take the city. It only cost us about 32 velites. Shoot. The Legion will probably not return in time. That is troubling.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Speaking of which, I meant to end the episode a while ago, but I'll end it here. Cliffhanger. We're fucked. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As always, it's been your lovely host, Gathan, signing off.